So, what about newspapers? Do you read newspapers? Yes, sometimes? Okay. So, when you look at the first page, what do you call that? Front page. We call front page, right? Of the newspaper. When you look at the front page of the newspaper, what kind of things do you see? What kind of information do you see? And I brought you a newspaper. Yes. What kind of things do you see on the first page?
Summarize all the page.
You see?
Yeah, summarize.
Okay, you see the summary. Summary is the noun. Summarize. Okay, good. You see the summary. Very good. Political. Some celebrities. Scandal. Important things. Sports, maybe if there was a derby, like a very famous match. Ben şey yapayım. Emin değilim. Okay. So, if you look at this page, you see the important news, right? Do you see the details?
No.
Do you see like, okay, he did this to this woman and then because of this, we don't see the details, right? So, as Bea said, do you see the main ideas, right? You see this summary. So, when we look at the summary, we see who are the main characters, right? Who are they? The main characters. The second thing that you see, where did this situation happen, right? Where? The location is very important. Where? Let's say this event or situation happened. What else? What are the most important things? How? Okay, what is how? How did the situation happen or how is it solved, right? I'm writing here because I'll go the first W questions and at the end, how is the situation, let's say, solved? Or, of course, was, right? Because it's in the past. Very good, thank you, Hilal. When this event happened, so the date might be important. Let's say it's yesterday at 2 a.m. Okay? Why? What kind of question, Nurcan? Why? And can we say also what? The first thing, after who actually, is what? What happened, right? What is the problem? Right? What is the problem? And why did this situation, event happen? And how is it solved? You read it on the front page, right? If you are interested, oh, I want to read the details, what do? You turn the pages, let's say it's page 26. And then you go there and you read in details, right? The characters, all the details about the characters, maybe what happened, but all these different ideas. But what are these actually? These are my main ideas. And earlier what Feya said is very good, very true. It's the summary of my situation, of my event, right? And in the first semester, do you remember that there was a story, something like Anansi. You liked the characters a lot, right? The characters were so interesting, you liked the names, and we wrote summary about it. Do you remember? It was this, it happened in this place, when, and who were the main characters? We wrote about it in the last track. Okay, this is something like a summary, right? You don't need the what? I'll write down with the red. You don't need? Yes, if I have my red. Okay. You don't need the details. Thank you. So, no details. And do you need the minor points? No, no minor points, right? These are all the major, important things. Yes. No minor points. And do you need the examples?
No.
Right? like example. For example, it just, okay, you don't need the examples, good. So this is how we are supposed to write a good summary. Okay, now think about your writing classes. You have been writing paragraphs and now you are just starting to write essays, right? In essay, I gave the homework as well. The introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Where do you write the summary?
And the end of first paragraph.
Okay, that's my thesis statement, that's my main idea. And in the body, what do? You explain, you support, you give examples, you give details. And at the end of the essay, in conclusion, in summary, or to sum up, right? Yes, so what do you write in the conclusion paragraph? What do you write?
The main idea for each paragraph.
Yes, you first of all restate your thesis statement, right? You write the thesis statement again and then you summary, actually you write the summary. So you summarize the main ideas of the essay. So actually we are writing maybe the basic summary, but now we can also write the academic summary. So academic summary is something that's a little bit close to this, but of course it's more advanced level. Can I please?
Yes.
Okay, so if you look at the reading text, in the exams you have the long reading text. In Academic Connections book you have the long reading texts, right? So you have the reading in front of you. And the teacher wants you to write the summary. What is the first step you need to do?
I need to read the first topic.
Okay, you need to look at detail or you,
The skills.
right? You first skim. So actually, when you first look at the huge text, which is most of the time long text, I know. So you need to skim the text, right? What do you need for skimming? Why do we do the skimming? Why do we do skimming? Yes, to get the general idea, to get the main ideas, we can say. Okay, you do the skimming. While you are skimming, what do? You know what I realized? Some of you, during the exams, take the pen or pencil and you underline everything. Do you do that?
No.
Good, don't do that, right? Why? If you underline every word, every sentence, when you read the questions, when you go back to the text, then you have to reread again, right? So which is losing time, waste time. So don't do that, please. What do you do when you are reading, skimming? Yes?
Names.
Okay, good. Important information, right?
Special.
You maybe circle them, special places, names, maybe you underline them. Okay, you circle, you highlight.
Transitions.
Transitions, maybe. Transition words are good for the maybe grammar sections, right? Maybe. So that you know, you need to understand which text, right? You were saying something.
Yes, essays. Somebody said.
Have somebody said, okay, people's opinions, the quotations. Okay, good. Okay, if they are important, they. So that you actually skim the text, so when you are skimming, you can highlight, right? Highlight the main ideas. So that when you go back to the text, you don't get tired of reading again, right? You need to highlight the main ideas. Okay, after you highlight them, what is the next thing you can do? Now, you get the general idea, you are going to do the summary. That's a hard task, but you have to do this. What do you need to do? You are going to start writing. Are you going to copy the sentences and paste? Copy paste? No, what do you need to do?
Restate.
You restate, good. We have learned a word in the first track.
Memorize.
Yes, paraphrase, right? So you paraphrase, what does it mean? You use your own words. Or yes, how can you use your own words? You change the words like, as you say, synonyms, right? Instead of maybe big, You can say large, something, or maybe sometimes opposites, right? Okay, so after we skim the text, we highlight the main ideas, we know them. And then we paraphrase the main ideas and we change them into our own words. This is kind of the summary that we need to do, right? So, all these ideas in the summary, main ideas or minor ideas? Main ideas, right? They are main ideas. Minor ideas, where do we need to say our minor ideas here? Do we need to? No. Oh, okay. I finished my summary, and at the end, I write this. Oh, I like this story because it was very interesting. Can I say such a thing?
No.
It is opinion. Thank you. Yes, it is opinion. It is summary. So in summary, what do you need to write? In summary, you have to be in the middle, objective. The word, what was the word?
Impartial.
Impartial, yes. Okay, yes, impartial. You have to stay in the middle, right? You shouldn't say okay, I like this book because it's very interesting. I don't like it. You shouldn't see it, or you shouldn't watch it, or blah blah. Right? You don't need to give your opinion. So you have to be objective. No opinion. There was something else that we give our opinion. Before you go to the movies, this weekend, on Saturday, you are free, you want to go to a movie. What do? Okay, I have this movie, and then you read something with the opinion. People write their opinion. Oh, you should watch this movie because the characters played so well, their acting is good. What is that? It says review. So if you include your opinion, it becomes a kind of review, right? Review. And in the review, you don't say the end, of course. What's going to happen at the end? Oh, by the way, the woman dies at the end. Of course, you don't go and watch this movie, right? So it becomes a review. But here, in my summary, you don't give the opinion. You need to be objective, right? You need to be neutral. Okay, so can you please look at our book? On page 76, there is a short text, an example, and we have 3 choices, A, B, C. I want you to read it. You have 3 minutes. Read it and choose the best summary, A, B, or C. First of all, tell me, what is the text about? What is it about? Yes. So where is the mosque, this famous mosque? In Mali, Africa. Okay, very good. It's a very interesting shape, right? And we were discussing in the first class, like, look at the design. Okay. Do you think that it is made of stone? No?
No.
What is it made of?
So, marble.
Kind of, yes, soil, very good. It's like a mud brick, it says, mud brick. Okay, very good. So this is a 2-paragraph, very short reading text. Now we have the features. Can you please look at the features at the bottom of the page? What are they? Those are the ones that we discussed earlier. So, much shorter than the original text. Yes, summaries, features. Includes all the main ideas, only includes the important ideas, leaves out the detailed information such as numbers, dates, unless they are important. So we need the dates if they are very important, otherwise they are detailed. Doesn't include the opinions of the summary writer and use the summary writer's own words. What are they? As we said, the paraphrase. Use your own words. Okay, so now we are going to check the features of A, B, and C. A, what's one can you read A?
The Great Mosque of
Dijan.
is one of the most impressive buildings in the world. It is of a style completely unfamiliar outside West Africa.
Yes, so as you see, how many sentences are there? There are 2 sentences. Is it short?
Yes.
Short enough for the reading text. So the first one is, of course, it's thick, right? It's shorter than the original text. Okay. Do you think that it includes all the main ideas? No, why not? What are the main ideas? Tell me the main ideas.
Most interesting.
Okay. That's another good main idea. And this one doesn't include all the important ideas. For the summary, do we need all the important main ideas?
No.
No or yes?
Yes.
The main ideas, if they are important, all the main ideas, if they are important, because my main ideas are important, we need to include them, right? But we don't need to include the unimportant ones, like the minor ones, okay? The next one only includes important ideas.
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay, very good. So you can check for that. It includes the important ideas. Leaves out the detailed information. Numbers. Are there any numbers? Are there any dates in A?
No.
No. Okay, good. So it is checked. So it doesn't have the detailed information. Good. It doesn't include the opinions of the summary.
No.
Is there an opinion?
No.
Does it say that, oh, this building is so nice or so great, I am impressed, I loved it? No, there is no opinion in this one, right? Okay, so is there any paraphrasing here? Look, or did the writer copy and paste? The Great Mosque of Dijan is one of the most impressive buildings. What do you think? Completely unfamiliar.
No.
He didn't use any new words, right? He didn't use any synonyms. He didn't use his own words. He actually took some sentences, the words, maybe changed them a little bit, the sentence format, the syntax, but he just wrote them down. Let's look at B, or can you read B?
The Great Mosque of Dijan, the largest mud brick building in the world, is remarkable. It is hundreds of years old, yet it is still in use.
Okay, it's another sentence. There are 2 sentences here. So let's analyze this one. What kind of summary is this? The first one, of course, it's original. I mean, shorter than the original text. That's correct. Does it include all the important ideas?
No.
If you look at it, it is the largest mud brick building. Largest mud brick, okay. It is remarkable, okay. And hundreds of years old, yes. Still in use. So, it has all the main ideas, right? Because there are like the largest, the mud brick building, remarkable, hundreds of years. So this one is not young at all, right? It is very, very old. And still in use. Still in use. So we can check that. What do you think about the reusing writer's own ideas? Did the writer use their own ideas? No? Okay, yes, so he didn't use his own ideas. So which is, again, did he stand neutral He was neutral. No, like something, his opinion, right? It is very, very objective. Let's look at C. C. Can you read C?
The great Moscow region in the world's trade site that is about 245 square feet is a medical building. You should visit it.
Come on, give the emphasize. You should visit it. You should visit it, right? The first thing. What is the first thing here? Yes, there is the opinion, right? You should visit. You should go there, right? You should visit it. Okay, so there is the writer's opinion in this sentence. He liked the building. He liked, sorry, not the building. He liked the mosque, and he wants you to visit, right? So if you look at the detailed information such as numbers, dates, are there any numbers? There is one number, but it is very important because it is how big it is, right? So if the number, I was writing I think before, if the number is important, you can write it. Someone's like birth date or death date, you know, they're important dates, so you can take to the main idea if it's very important. Okay, so when I look at this text, of course, when I write the summary, there are two things that I want you to remember. I want you to remember that there are two parts, right? The essential information. What was essential? And non-essential. Means that not necessary, like my major and minor points. So in the essential information, I would like to summarize again this class, so it's the summary again. So you need the main ideas, right? All the main ideas. What are they? Major ideas. How do you support your major ideas? How do you support them? With minor ideas. And my minor ideas include how can you support them? Examples? Very good. What else? Okay, explanation. Okay, description is also one of them. Support, yes, these are all support. So how can you support them? Expert's opinion, good. If you want to take someone's opinion, right? It might be expert's opinion. Blah 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 says, I always give the example of Dr. Öz, right? Who everyone knows. Okay, Dr. Öz says, and quotation, you can, that means kind of also, you can give the facts, right? You want to persuade me, you want to convince me, so you need to give facts if you are talking about a number, statistics. So those are my minor ideas, right? Minor supports when I support the text. Okay. So any questions about how to write a summary? So this week's homework, you are going to write the essay. So when you are writing the essay, what are you going to do? In the first general statement, yes, so that Orkun and Abdulaziz also sees that. We start the essay how? Of course, the introduction, and in the introduction, the first thing is if the people who are going to read are not familiar with the idea, they might not, right? Right now, I know about conformity, so that's okay. So you are going to write the general statement, which is I said to you, write about conformity. What does conformity mean? So after giving the general information, you write the thesis statement. What do you need in the thesis statement? Your main idea. It has to be clear, please. Okay? I want to read in a clear way so that I know your idea, main idea.
Scope.
And Scope, what do you read in the write in the scope? Which perspectives that you look, right? So that you are going to write how many? Two, what are they? Edge effects and group think. And in your bodies, of course, what are you going to write? The first one will be the edge effect. The second body will be the group think. And you are going to have the conclusion. Now, in the conclusion, until now, you really didn't pay attention to the conclusions. Because you feel that in conclusion, okay, I finished the essay. Oh, thank God. Okay, now, please, this weekend, I want you to pay attention. Okay? Because we have studied summary and then you need to know in conclusion, in summary, or like however you start, doesn't matter, right? So what do you need to do in the conclusion right now? Yes. Restate. What are you going to restate? You are supposed to restate your thesis statement. Okay? And after the restatement, what are you going to do? Summarize the main ideas, right? You need to summarize the main ideas. By the way, of course, in the writing class, sometimes your teacher, because you are going to write different types, like you are going to write process essays, compare, contrast, argument. So sometimes, and most of the times, you are going to state your idea, of course, right? So there are two kind of things. Don't mix them up, please. So in the conclusion this week, so let's say this is the homework. So for Tuesday, so try to concentrate on the conclusion this time, okay? And maybe also in the exams we always ask the synonyms. Sometimes we can change them and you can analyze the text, okay?